So around a week and a half ago, I set up my very first tank that wasn't in my studio at Maidenhead Aquatics in Taunton. Now, whilst we was there, we got chatting and we thought the big 8-foot tank that's right next to it would be a massive project, a big undertaking, but something that would be really cool. So today I'm gonna go to the shop, chat with Matt and some of the other guys about ideas, put a few things together, see what we can come up with because we want to start this project quite soon. Oh, and just quickly, make sure that if you are subscribed already, which you should be, come on, make sure your bell is turned on because it keeps flicking off on some of the channels I'm subscribed to. What is that all about? Yeah, just make sure your bell's on and then you're not gonna miss any of this cool stuff that's coming up.
Here he is, the one and only.
Sorry I'm late.
I was going to go home.
It's only an hour.
No, it's like lunchtime.
Oh, makeup's done. Look at that beard, that's been straightened for sure.
No, that's how it grows.
No, that was funny.
Matthew rant on a Thursday morning.
Thursday morning, yeah. So, what is your top tip for people with ammonia spikes? I mean, we don't get them because we've got planted tanks.
Yes.
If you don't have a planted tank and you've got like cichlids everywhere,
yeah,
and you're getting ammonia spike, what should you do?
Water changes. Water changes is the main thing. Obviously, you don't want to stress them out by changing too much water in one go. But yeah, really, it's water changes. If it's really high, then you can get ammonia removers, which will denature it, or bacterial boosters. So like, you know, quick starts and things like that will help bring everything back to normal. But main thing is water changes. You can get that water freshening up, and then the filter in theory should catch up.
And what we just said, stop feeding your fish 3 times a day.
Yeah, that is a key. Yeah. The feeding is the main thing. Yeah, it's great to feed your fish, and it is the one thing that we all enjoy, but you can do too much of it. More fish, I guarantee, will die from overfeeding than underfeeding. Yeah. Because, yeah, they're living in their own home. It would be like us leaving all our wrappers and burgers that we've eaten just around us. And it wouldn't be very nice.
Some people do that.
Yeah. My foot well in my car sometimes.
This is so heavy, I'm not even joking. Right, we're here today to talk about this giant 8-foot tank behind Matt, which is what we're going to be like doing soon. Yeah. This, I can't hold it like this, honestly. Oh, there we go, that'll do. Right.
That's enough.
It's all about you anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so step back. Let's try and get it all in one view. I mean, because of the camera's doing that sort of warpy, wide angle thing, it's kind of not looking 8 foot. And of course, this will definitely not be there, will it, Matt?
Nope, that'll be going.
Are you doing feet?
I was doing feet. I got to 4 and I'm halfway, so just to
well,
prove,
that makes sense.
Just to prove that it's 8 foot long.
Yeah, that's standard size.
Muddy shoe.
10, 11?
Yeah, ish.
Is that about a foot? I don't even know. This isn't relevant. Anyway, so this right here is the tank we're going to be doing, like, not now, because we need to plan it, don't we?
Yeah,
there's quite a lot we need to do, isn't there?
It's not a quick job, this tank, because you do, we've drained it before and I've been in it before cleaning it out. So yeah, it's going to be a long process to get this one back up and running.
So first things first, the fish that are in here now, they're not going to be in here. What are we going for?
Well, we've had a load of African fish growing up, so we've got a lot of Congo tetras and what else have we got in there? Little cichlids.
I got distracted by the clowns doing a little.
They're so great.
Are we keeping the clowns?
Well, they're not from the right area, and there's a bit of me that sort of, that bugs me a little bit.
No, I know what you mean. If we're going to do this, we need to do it properly. It's going to be like a showpiece, isn't it?
This is it, like, you know, we're thinking 100 Congo tetras, and then, like, we've got African red-eye tetras, we've got long-finned Alestes tetra. There's some really, and they're chunky, you know, a lot of the African tetras get big.
Matt, I was sold with 100 Congo tetras.
Yeah. Look, wicked. Some really cool plants. I'm not sure on the planting yet.
No, we'll work on that. We'll discuss that in a bit.
Don't necessarily need to keep it African on the planting, but...
No.
All of that. We've literally gone from like beginner's tank plastic plants to... So I think we watch probably 3 of your videos a day.
I just have it on the background and we just didn't want
Matt, you've not done anything to this, have you?
No.
You've not had to?
No, fed it a little bit and that's about it really.
Yeah. So Matt's told me all this particles, can you see the particles all floating around?
Yeah, vaguely, yeah.
So there's a massive pleco in here which was Cheryl's, who now doesn't like to be on camera apparently. There we go. Anyway, there's this massive pleco, isn't there, that chews all the wood and literally just poops it out, because obviously that just goes straight through it.
Yeah, that's it. They are a panac, which is a wood grazing pleco. So yeah, they cause a lot of waste.
Plus, then we've got all the, you know, we've got the sand sifters in here, and then you've got that school of clown loaches just stirring it all up. Doesn't really stand a chance of staying like pure to let it go. They look wicked though, don't they?
They're great when they shoal backwards and forwards. That's, you know, that's how they want to be, yeah, kept really in that big group. But they are messy animals, unfortunately.
That's not really what we're going to be going for though, is it? We want again that big wow factor. This is literally the first thing you see.
Yeah, you walk through the door.
doors.
Wow, you've got your tank over there, haven't you?
Mine and yours. Mine, yours, no, they're both yours.
Well, yeah, ours.
Oh, I like that.
Ours.
What we're going to do for lighting, Matt, because these two kettles for me are great, don't get me wrong, but they're only highlighting that middle section. The rest of the tank is dark.
We've been discussing it, to be fair. Me and Martin were chatting about it the other day, and we're not 100% sure. I like the kettles because you get that beam and that sunlight ripple.
Yeah.
I really like that effect, but it needs 4 of them. Which is doable. The other thing we were thinking, obviously, you got the Plant Pro lights. We quite like them, but I think the spotlighting on this looks better.
Shimmery.
Yeah, I think
I
it
like
looks
the shimmer.
better. But we were discussing, obviously, we've got 2 massive kettles over on our plant display. So we were discussing doing a bit of a swapsy and having 4 kettles, 2 big, 2 small on here.
Okay.
And then maybe running some different lighting on our plant cascade, which is something we can do quite easily.
Well, exactly. It's just a holding tank for the plants, and it doesn't require a kettle for the amount of time they're there.
Not at all, not at all. You know, maybe we could, you know, a couple of Plant Pro lights over the top of our tray, and that would be absolutely fine for them.
So the other kettles like these?
Bigger. So these are 160s, I think they're called, and the other ones are 320. They're a much bigger kettle, so yeah, they light a much wider area. Well, on our Stingray tank, we've only got 1 of those big kettles lighting the whole thing.
Let's go and have a look.
Yeah.
Ah, I see what you mean.
So yeah, they're a bigger...
It's a beast.
Yeah,
so it's all the way up there, and yet it's still giving us this much light down in the Stingray tank.
Yeah.
Does that mean we're going to have to suspend it that high above the other tank?
Well, we could do. We could suspend them. We have had lights suspended above that tank before, so we could get up there and suspend them. But really, we can have a bit of a play and see what works best for us. We have got more goosenecks that we can attach them to the back of the tank. But yeah, it's just a personal preference on what looks best in that tank. The higher it is, the more ripple you get.
Yeah, and the higher the surface agitation as well.
Exactly.
Like this tank looks wicked. That looks like real, doesn't it?
Yeah, we want it to look like a sort of a lagoon, really.
Yeah. So we can create that river type theme for our new African tank as well by doing a similar sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I noticed the background as well. Look, we've got that thing coming down. I guess that was a leak at some point.
That was a leak, unfortunately. The paint has peeled. But we've got... did you see the ideas for the background we've got?
No.
Okay. Well, we've got some 3D rubberized backgrounds.
Yeah, it's just definitely, because I think, to be honest, with the black, how bright it is, and it's literally a reflection, isn't it?
It is a reflection, and it doesn't... Yeah, it makes the tank look quite small, personally.
Know what you mean. Yeah, let's have a look at those 3D backgrounds.
So yeah, we got these here. Oh, they are in boxes. Now they are silicone style 3D backgrounds. Now, unfortunately, they don't do one in 8 foot.
Okay.
But they do several in smaller sizes.
Yeah, we can make that work.
And the thought was we could cut them into bricks to make it look like a temple style wall in the background. So you could do blocks of them, 30 by 60 centimetre blocks, make it look like the wall of like where they've built a dock or where they've built like a temple wall sort of thing.
Okay, we'll discuss that later.
He doesn't like that idea, Let.
Only because it doesn't sound natural. Do you know what I mean?
It's not natural, no.
But then, that's just my view on fish keeping, isn't it? Like, not everyone's...
No, that's it. We've got a nice big shipwreck ornament to go in there.
Okay, so we'll work on that background, we'll discuss it, we'll see what if it...
I've got a photo to show you. I've got a photo
to
show you. Yeah, I saw some inspiration from an Interzoo many years ago. So
send me that photo.
Yeah.
I'll overlay it now.
Nice. Yeah.
Can you? Everyone can see it? Yeah.
Yeah, good. It's just here. Or here.
No, it'll be the whole screen. It might not, but I don't know. Anyway, what about Hardscape? Were we saying we're going to use this piece in the middle?
Yeah, I think that's Martin's favourite bit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Piece in the middle, turn it 90 degrees, and then Cheryl, who works with us, has given us a piece out of her old tank, and then that will fit really nicely into that background for it.
They're both similar colours as well, aren't they? And they're both similar sort of shapes to them. So
you get a really hideous bright orange piece on the right hand.
Yeah, that bit's like it's a very odd colour, that bit.
Yeah, we can't do that.
No.
Because it's not even changing, is it? It's been in there forever, and it's normally wood goes darker, doesn't it?
It's
like
just
these
the
do.
type of wood that is. And it's really soft as well, weirdly.
Yeah, we'll definitely do a different background because, like, look at it. All I can see is me and you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it definitely needs a different background on there.
So it sounds like I'm not scaping this tank. You lot are. I'm documenting it. I think that's fair enough.
Well, yeah, no, we can get involved.
We can all get involved.
Yeah.
What about planting then? Because I want to smash the Anubias in there.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. We were thinking Anubias. The one thing at the moment, this is linked to the system.
Yeah.
So at the moment, it runs through the system. Me and Martin.
No, explain what that means because we know what that means, but.
Okay, so running through the system means this is actually attached to the little fish tanks behind. So all of those little fish tanks there run water through the reservoirs underneath and back up into this tank. So
Can you open it?
It's one bit. You won't see it under there.
Oh, okay.
You won't see it. It's all behind. So it. Oh, you won't be able to see it. Yeah, somewhere behind there.
If that looks horrendous, I'll delete it.
Yeah. So you've got the inlets in the back that you can see. So the water gets pumped through these inlets.
Yeah.
And then it overflows over these outlets.
Ah.
So that drops back down into the reservoir. So it means that we've got more water volume going through here, which does mean that we can keep more fish in theory.
Yeah,
I think there's about 5,500 litres running through this system. So it's a big system.
Yeah.
What we've discussed is actually taking it off system, running it on 2 separate filters to make it easier for planting, maintenance, because when you find that you've got all of that system running through here, we have to treat the systems every now and again. We have to mess around. So we're going to probably take it off system, run a couple of big externals underneath.
What are we going with? What do we reckon?
I'm not sure yet. We were discussing hard plumbing some pond filters onto it, some big chunky pond filters, because we've got the tank that's drilled.
You can do
We
that.
can run the pumps externally, and the filter externally, and just like thread it back up through and plumb it back into these inlets. So that might be an easy option. And then obviously we can have a massive great pond filter running on here.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. And we can use one of them for like particle, you know, like one for proper clarity, and then the other one just packed full of media.
Exactly what we were thinking.
So we're winning then.
Yeah, we can plumb that in. So I think that's going to be the easiest way forward for us. And then it completely takes it off the system. Behind this is just an empty space full of carrier bags at the moment, so we can put the filters down there.
Perfect.
And then we can water change it out of that, and that means planting is going to be easier. So yeah, then hopefully with like Anubias, big.
We could get all the different types of Anubias, couldn't we?
So cool.
Like the big ones, because it's such a big tank. We, you know, a few petites dotted about.
Yeah,
it's not going to cut it, is
well,
it?
we can get things like Hastifolia, and there's another species, Heterophilia. So we had one growing out the top of the stingray tank, didn't we, for a while? That was Hastifolia. So he was about 4 foot, 5 foot high out the top of the stingray tank. So it might be quite cool to try and get a few of them growing out.
Because that is how they grow in the wild, don't they? They have that whole sort of in the water, out the water, depending on.
Sometimes the water levels change through the season.
And tide, they have tides, don't they?
Yeah, some of the places where the Anubias comes from, they can. And obviously, rainy seasons and dry seasons change the level of the water as well.
Sweet. If you're saying interesting things, put your hand up so that I can film it. Oh.
Mr. MD. On the subject of Matt saying about stuff about Anubias growing out of the water in the wild.
Yep.
My wife actually found a photo from when we were on holiday in Florida a couple of years ago, and there is a piece of Hastifolia growing out of one of the swamps, and it is about 3 foot out of the water.
Okay, well, send me that one as well, please. Because this is all real life interesting stuff.
Real life experiences.
Oh, it's going to be cool. So when are we looking at doing this, guys?
As soon as possible.
We've been saying that now for many months.
But we've now ripped off the band-aid with your aquarium. We'll
get into that in a minute.
We've done it. So, maybe not today.
Not today, no. Because I don't want you to. We have to do all of it in one, or at least when I'm here. So if we'd like do plumbing one day, you know, I want to film it all so everyone can see all the nitty gritty that goes into like setting up an awesome 8-foot tank. Not that it doesn't look awesome now, but it's going to look. Even we want to make this one of the best things ever, don't we?
Yeah, this is going to be cool. The bee's knees.
I haven't heard that for a while.
Yeah.
The dogs. Americans won't know what that is.
No.
The dogs. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Right, yes, we've got all that to come. Looking forward to it. Cheers, guys. Right, it's time to talk about the tank. This is the green neon Tetra tank that we set up now. Oh, a week and a half ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah.
It's looking smart. I mean, even if I do say so myself. Have you had to do a lot?
No. The only thing we did do was the hydro went a bit mad and was growing up and over.
Was it?
So I did take a few stems of that off. You can see this one's actually started to bend where it's obviously hitting the glass at the top. And it's now starting to bend. So I did take a couple of stems of that off to make sure that the Ludwigia could get some lighting.
Look at
that one.
Look at the Ludwigia Super Red there. That is looking so good. Testament to the light. Yes, okay, the fluval plant is not the cheapest option, but look, it's just doing an absolutely fantastic job. I mean, the cheapest option is what I do with the floodlights, but not everyone wants to do that. And like, you can't really cram a floodlight underneath there. I did in my home tank, but you should see what I had to do to get it in there. It would have been easy just to buy the I mean, I'm not affiliated to Fluval at all, but it's a quality light if you ask me. It gets a bad rep. When I did that review, some people were like, oh, spend a little bit more and get the Cheerio.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I was like, yeah, but some people.
Cheerios are the things you eat, not churros.
So not those. But some people don't have a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it's already expensive for most people, but we just spoke to some customers just a minute ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
And he said he's struggling for his plants to grow. Well, it was just a lighting issue.
Yeah.
And this is an all-in-one package that you could just get, and I think it's great for sort of people that don't have DIY skills or just want to crack on and have an app or whatever.
This is it, and it's so much easier to remember, or not to remember, to do your timings and everything like that. You can obviously dim and you can bring the lighting up. If you're suffering the green algae, you can drop the lighting down by an hour or even drop the intensity of the lighting. And there's a lot more sort of, fine tuning that you can make with this one.
Yeah.
Which is what I like at home. That's why I run one at home. It's so easy to go, oh, I've got a bit too much green algae. Let's drop the lighting by an hour, or let's drop the intensity to 60% and see how that goes for the next couple of weeks.
Exactly. And it's just, and as a result, look, you've adjusted it as you've gone.
Yeah.
We've got zero algae. I mean, that cleanup crew is already, at work. I mean, look, we've got both of them right on that middle piece already. Now, I noticed the neons are hiding a little.
Yes.
But you can still see them, and it's still quite cool. I mean, it's probably more of like how they'd actually behave, isn't it?
Yeah, they're okay midweek, so Wednesdays and Thursdays and Fridays when it's not so busy, they've been absolutely fine. Weekends come around and they literally sort of run for the hills and go and hide in the plants for a little bit, because everyone walks through the door and everyone comes and puts their face about 3 inches away from the glass. And yeah, they're just not happy with that. But they are getting braver. So the first day that happened, you could not see any green neons for the first couple of hours.
Oh,
and then slowly they've been sort of working their way out and getting a lot braver. So I'm hoping over the next few weeks they will become a lot more happy in their environment with coming out.
Yeah, they'll be fine. If not, we'll just add 100 more, yeah?
Yeah, or some rummy noses so that the rummy noses don't mind.
That's an idea. Rummy noses do not hide.
No, they don't care. They really don't care. And that'd be quite cool, because that would then hopefully give them confidence to bring them out.
Okay, that's the next video, isn't it? 100 rummy nose going into the tank. And to be fair, if you look at it, it's more than capable of holding some, not 100, but
yeah, a good shoal.
A good shoal would be nice in there, like you say. Yeah, a bit more action, and there's nothing better than a shoaling rummy nose.
Oh no, they are. It's just that sweep and that turn that rummy noses have got.
Like I've got it at my angels, haven't I?
Yes,
and they're the stars of the show. And now my angels are out all the time as well. And I think it's because of the rummy nose, again, that diverfish sort of...
This is it, you find confidence. Like a lot of people use, when they've got Corydoras, if you've got Corydoras that are a little bit sort of reclusive and hiding away, a lot of people will recommend to put albinos in there.
Yeah.
Because the albinos haven't got as good an eyesight generally, so they don't get startled as quickly. So the albinos will sit at the front, not bothered, and then all the other ones will feel a lot more confident in their cells.
Look at that. That's something I've never heard before.
Top tip of the day.
Get albinos because they can't see.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it's got me really excited for what's to come. So that's going to be like an ongoing project that I'm just going to be ticking along in the background with. But besides that, we've got loads going on in the studio as well. So as said previously, the rainbow fish aquarium needs redoing. Took the moss off recently. I don't like how it looks. Need to change the hardscape up, get it further back, give way more swimming room. And I recently broke down the Coriolis scape as well that you can see here. And that's going to have a whole new naturalistic style setup. I'm looking really forward to that as well. So we've got 2 big tanks coming up over the coming weeks. And if that sounds like something that you're interested in, hit the subscribe button with the bell thing. Go and do it anyway if you've already done it before, because sometimes it takes it off. There's loads to come, and look forward to seeing you on the next one.